I was never interested in swimming, but my parents forced me into it. Since I started swimming, I have come to like it, especially seeing myself progress in the events I swim. Through this experience, I have learned that the harder I work, the better I become. Okay. But how I started, as I said, my parents forced me. Let me do the next slide. They wanted me to swim to do something. So swimming was the best option because they didn't want me to become lazy. And they wanted me also to interact with other kids, people anyway. But as a beginning experience, it was really hard since I started me with the older group. They put me in a lane by myself, except for one girl named Lisa was in the group with me, and she pushed me at practice, every practice. And she pushed me where I was able to swim a 50 free in under 50 seconds. When we had a change of coaches, she made the groups different, and I was put in a lower group with younger people, which were like 9, 10-year-olds. But there was less work and stuff, and it was easier to keep up with them. But it put less strain on my body where I was getting tired more faster. For my first swim meet, it was right after I changed groups, so I was still getting used to swimming still though. And so technically I was primed to swim my swim meet, both swim events I was put in, and I was very scared at first. Even if you move from one group to another, you practice the same things. As for training, I got it from an article. We use 5 different components in swimming where you learn arm stroke, the kick, you work on your kick, the timing and coordination of your body movements with the arms movements, and the position in the water while you're in it. Also with your breathing rhythm where you're breathing one way and then breathing the other way when you're swimming. With me, I wasn't used to swimming and I did not like keeping my face in the water. So with it, I had trouble with the positions in the water because I kept my head above the water when I was swimming freestyle. But also I had trouble doing the breathing rhythms with freestyle. I'm still kind of having trouble with that with fly. As for dry land, there's different stretching programs where you're extending your range of motion with your different joints in your body. As with weight training, you're adding more of a drive to your kick, making you faster in water when you're swimming. But also with your arms, it's easier to pull your weight through the water. But as for turns, I had trouble with them because I was afraid of flip turns, which are where you do a somersault in water using the wall, and then you use the wall to push off to go into a streamline position like this. Okay. But with the open, I always used open turns for all my strokes, which is where you get to the wall, you turn yourself around and start swimming again. Through all my experience in swimming, I have learned that the harder you practice, the more you improve. When I first started swimming, I didn't know much about it. And at first, it didn't help that I was forced into it. But I'm glad I did because it's changed my life through